simple question. What time frame do we live in? Do we live in 300 BC? Or have you checked your calendar to see the year or time that we're in? Oh, I think it's 2022. But why is it that we seem to continue to live in a world based on outdated beliefs, patterns, and systems? You see, we have lived through many ages, many civilizations, but some of our current systems and structures seem to be based on beliefs and systems and patterns that just seem so outdated to us during this modern era. And as we shift through the ages, we have to check all of these symbols in our lives to see, wow, as we co-create this new age and era of the Aquarian age, do what we want to bring them forth in this new era of our lives. Now, we all hold beliefs. Let's just look at, a structure of belief that we all pattern on. Do we want to continue in such a monarchical system that was pretty much based on ages and eras way before our times? The monarchic system where we have to look up at a monarchic leader. We have queens, we have kings in this world, and we have pyramid structures of organizations where we tend to all believe that we have to look up to them, and which is a structure not based on core value. Now we could look at simple beliefs where many seem to believe that we have to go through a lot of pain and suffering, and we could look at just the depiction of this Piscean era, as many talk about this great karmic word, and you look at astrology, you see that even the Piscean side reflects the karmic points in the endings in our lives. And we look at the story of Jesus Christ as the metaphor of our lives, and ever since he was died and crucified, in religious perspectives for salvation, we see that we live in pain. And so many often project that, oh, we do in fact have to live in pain. This simple belief, as within, so without. When we reflect, we bring forth that belief, that shared commonality, just because that's what we've seen in the depiction of our entire lives, that it's normal that we all have to just continue living in pain and suffering. And as we see, we go through this great transition, we see that, wow, going through great pain, has that really served that? How does that benefit us? Especially just like depicting just pain, when some groups and some organizations purposefully just depict pain onto others and believe that it's sort of like, for many who would say a karmic, state, where it's normal, and others who go through that pain because it's just a condition and hold forth that, yeah, we all have to go through karma, we all have to go through pain. No, that's not what we came here to do. During previous lives and lifetimes, every age and every lifetime depicts a different story, and patterns and systems was developed, but we co-created and recreated a new world, and we have to let go of these beliefs, this monarchical structure, these great, generalized beliefs, as I depicted one on the table. Now, there are many other beliefs that seem to be like pretty dominant amongst many, but we just stick to a few. Now, patterns. Let's look at, the pattern of just like being in a socio-economic world based on time and schedules. And as we look forth, we see that during primitive times, time didn't even exist, as we now see that we live in a multi-universe that separates us through space and time, and all of our timelines can be brought together, past, present, and future. They do coincide together, but we have kind of, shifted them apart. But the essence of the work life that we've been living is, okay, be on a schedule, go to a job, continue doing this every day. Now, we could look at simple examples as we have patterns. We get up, we brush our teeth, we go to sleep. Those are things that benefits us because we do have to sleep. We do have to take care of ourselves. We do have to eat. Those little patterns are stuff that contributes better to us. But those patterns where you look at the socioeconomic structure of this world of work, and many are in fact complaining now that, you feel like you go to a job, you're on a schedule, you're on a routine, and you're doing this, and most people complain because that's not even what they want to do. They feel like their whole life is just being taken away to just give all their energy to a company, and maybe not even really valued and not even really doing what their hearts tell them to do. You see, that's a great pattern that, we can see that we now have to let go. For many who have went forth and just decided that I don't want to live on a routine, on a schedule, life way of doing things, and the majority, because that's the consensus way of living, may look at these people and say, wow, they're like outcasts in this world. They don't want to be part of the pattern that we've all always known. You see, that's an outdated pattern that we now have to look at and see, as we transition. Do we want to continue living in consensus way of living with beliefs that, maybe not serve all of us? Now let's look at systems and structures. We have a political system. We have a religious system, which is organizations of these systems and structures. That same system of a pyramid structure, looking at representations and leaders that we have to pattern off to. And it's not on an equal structure. It's of religious perspectives that say, okay, you must have this belief, whether it's Christianity, it's Judaism, it's Muslim, it's even Scientology, whatever religious perspective, or just looking up at leaders that we have to look up to be examples to us, and we've seen that they're not really true examples. So now we have to say, how do we hold on to outdated beliefs, patterns, and structures in our lives? And as we're shifting through the ages and perfect and new, do we want to continue to hold on to these patterns, beliefs, and structures that no longer add value to most of us? Do we just want to continue being like followers, like 300 BC, someone decided, let's build structures on monarch structures where you have kings, queens, and you have all these people below them, and you have pyramid structures and religious, political organizations where a few get to the top and then others just remain at the bottom, pretty much doing the same thing, following the same line of work, and not living their true bliss of their soul's purpose of what they came here to do. So let's really reflect on this and see, wow, we cannot continue to hold on to, just outdated stuff, We're now birthing anew, and we have to be comfortable to welcome in, if certain things are no longer adding value to us, we have to learn to let go, because as we let go and we welcome in the new, we see that sometimes new is what is needed. Change is the only constant, Every day we wake up, something's always changing, and even our structures are all the time. We see that the times are changing, and we now have to be willing to say it's now time to let go of this outdated beliefs, patterns, and systems that's no longer adds value to us, and be willing to incorporate the newness as we shift to the ages. We don't have to live in something where it's all about everybody's following this consensus. We don't all have to do the same thing. We don't all have to believe in the same thing. And just, even if we want to be in harmony, we could all bring forth different beliefs, different patterns and ways of doing things, building our different structures, and all coexist, live in love and harmony in this. So from my heart to you, so much love, so much bliss, so much peace, and so much harmony. I bid to you as you consider letting go of outdated beliefs, patterns, and this systems as we shift through the ages.